Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
Hai, Razman di sini, Presiden Kerteh FC, dan Anda sedang mendengar Bola-Bola Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Bola Bola Show. Now, we have an interesting episode going on this week, but before we go into that further, let me introduce my two co-hosts, my two buddies. First thing, of course, Elwin, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great, Steven. And everything is going fine here. So happy to have another episode with you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
And of course, let's not forget the other person as well, Bala. How are you, Bala?
Hi, Steven. Hi, Elvin. Hope you're doing very well. Things good with me as usual, and I think this is going to be a very interesting podcast.
Yeah.
Today. Yes.
So, Elvin, why don't you do us the favor then by introducing our guest of the week?
Yes, my pleasure. So, as you know, guys, about one month back, our Bola Bola show conducted an interview with a very ambitious club in Terengganu. The name is Kerteh FC, of course, and and recently Kerteh FC made news again by appointing our guest today, Mr. Oscar Riera from Espanyol, as their technical advisor. So, Mr. Oscar, how has it been for you and your family in this very challenging time now, especially in Spain?
Hi. Nice to meet you. Regarding from Barcelona, for me it's a pleasure to be here in your Bola Bola show.
Oh, great to have you on board, Oscar. In fact, Oscar, I got one very curious question that just came into my mind now. Are you by any chance related to Albert Riera, the guy who played for Espanyol and Liverpool?
No.
Okay. Because it just came across, and I thought, okay, maybe it's your brother or your cousin. Okay, so no. Okay.
Oscar Riera, thanks for joining us in this Bola Bola show. Is it possible, or please share your background on this footballing journey of yours?
Well, I started my career in FC Espanyol in 29. Okay, start working with Mauricio Pochettino.
Wow. Okay.
Tottenham Hotspur coach. Mauricio Pochettino was a player from FC Espanyol, and he was the first coach during 6 under to Ramon Planas. Now it's co-sport director of FC Barça. Okay, I worked with them and start different international projects because when you live in Barcelona, all the people know Barça, but not only people, international people know who is RCD Espanyol. Is one of the oldest clubs from La Liga. It's a big farmer of players. For example, during the etapa of Pochettino, 35 players arrived to the first team. Okay, and in Barça only 5. Okay, but only know Barça, and the people must to know the Espanyol is a very, very good farmer of players. Okay, and during these 6 years, I opened international projects. For example, the first project was a Africa project in Senegal, Ivory Coast, and Nigeria. After opened international franchise in Brazil, Mexico, in Emirates, and in Swiss. And open RCD Stage project. It was international services for clubs, academy, coaches, players that want to travel to Barcelona for no Espanyol methodology. When in 2016 finished my career in RCD Espanyol because a new owner by the club, a Chinese owner, and start my new new project, individual project, my consulting for help to clubs, academies, or players, coaches, for help and to achieve his objectives. Okay, this is my role now, and this is the reason because now I am here with you.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your background, your background with us, Oscar. So, Oscar, we'd like to know. I mean, for the benefit of all our listeners on the show, can you explain your role, solely your role as a technical advisor that now you have been appointed for Kerteh FC? Yeah, so maybe you can let our listeners know about this role of yours. Yes.
Yes, my role will be to advise the club to improve the technical level of players and coaches, establishing some strategies and protocols to achieve the success.
Interesting.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Well, as Elwin mentioned earlier, we had Kerteh FC. We had the pleasure of interviewing both Encik Razman and Kushairi, the VP and the president and vice president of Kerteh FC. And yeah, we learned quite a lot of interesting things about them. But I want to ask you, Oscar, what are the things that attracted you the most about them that you were willing to accept the role of technical advisor?
Kerteh, for me, was a surprise because it's an amateur club, but it has a professional structure.
Ah, okay.
There are many possibilities for improvement. Also, the president, Mr. Sayed, is a professional who knows how to manage a club. He has trusted me, and I trust him 100%.
Interesting. Okay.
I think you have a very good review of Kerteh FC. But Malaysia is not known in the world football, especially in Europe. Actually, I just want to know, how much do you know about Malaysian football, and what interesting things so far have you learned about Malaysia football and their culture, or even their grassroots level? Maybe you can just share with us about your experience.
Yeah, well, Football Malaysia is in FIFA ranked 151th, but it's starting to become more professional with the creation of the Malaysian Super League. It's the top of category of Football Malaysia and organize different competition. The league is played by 12 teams and operate and promotion and relegation system. Okay, but participate in different clubs, professional clubs. I also know Spanish players such as Nacho Insa, Rufino Segovia, Pablo Payares, Alfonso de la Cruz, Kiko Insa, Álvaro Silva. These players signed for clubs in the Super League.
Okay, interesting. Of course, now with your role as a technical advisor to Kerteh FC, will we foresee maybe in the future or once this corona pandemic is over that there might be some kind of training stint arrangement for Kerteh FC players in Spain? Do you see that possible?
Yes, this is one of our objectives. Okay, open the possibility of players and coaches live the football experience in Spain, together with the local players in immersions programs, trainings, and competition. Right now, I am looking for the best option for Kerteh. We are now in coronavirus time, and there are many changes inside the clubs because need time for for relaxed time for open all these possibilities.
Okay. All right.
That's good. Yeah. All right. Okay. In terms of the Malaysian footballers, I think to compare with them in physics. So what I'm trying to say is, how you think Malaysian footballers can improve compared to the one you have worked with in Europe? I think because the standard is very vast, but where you think there's a room of improvement for Malaysian footballers?
Yeah. All the players must improve through their lives as footballers. The players need learn every time in Europe and in Malaysia, okay? Because the talent is around the world. Fundamentally, the improvement must come through changes in training methodology, physical training, and increase competitive matches and international matches. You should know that in Spain, the young players plays an average of 50 competitive matches every season. That is to say that a player with 18 years old has 500 matches in his legs within a system of continuous selection and with a competition of promotion and relegation. That is to say, a whole natural selection.
Okay, right.
Okay.
But how about the physical side of the Malaysian players? I think there's a very big gap, right, compared to European players.
I'm sorry, I don't listen. Can you repeat me?
Sorry, the physical side, the aspect of the physical side of the Malaysian players.
Yeah,
There's a lot of improvement to be done, right?
yes. Every biotypology need different ways to training. Okay, but the important, Iniesta is a little. Messi is little. Iniesta is 165 centimeters.
Oh, all right.
It is not only physical strong players. The big difference is the development of tactical intelligence, the capacity of player of make decisions. One player in Spain are making decision with 5 years old. Every exercise make a 1 or 2 decision for develop his brain. Okay. It is not important only technical things. Important is tactical thing. Is the capacity of make a decision. Okay.
More to mind.
Yeah, mind decide.
Yeah.
Mind decide every time, every moment. The players decide 1 or 2 solution for one problem in a few moments. Okay.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. So okay, Oscar, having worked with RCD Espanyol, maybe you can share with us some of your experience or maybe some rivalry that you face with Barcelona in terms of youth development, or they are trying to poach your player. I mean, for example, like your star player, like Raul Tamudo last time, was there any incident that he almost went to Barcelona, or almost brought him in, or any other stories that you might like to share with us?
Yes, there are many stories. Every season there are many seasons. Every season there are 5, 6, 7 stories. Every season, the Barca arrived to the parents, talk with the parents, and steal the players. Okay, why? Because there isn't contracts under 16 players. It's not possible sign a contract with a club. The parent decide where his son play. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and every season the best players go to Barca, but the parents know that in Espanyol it's possible to arrive to the first team. In this actual season, 14 players are from RCD Espanyol grassroots. Okay, and all the players of young teams in RCD Espanyol know that it's possible to arrive to the first team. In Barca, it's very, very difficult because the Barca need win Liga, win Champions League, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The goal of Espanyol is different. Okay.
So the competition in Barca is, as we know, we are much higher for the player to actually prosper there. So I guess Raul Tamudo's parents did a great decision.
Yeah, but in the young leagues, Barca first, Espanyol second, or Espanyol first, Barca second. There is a beautiful war every season. Under age to under 18, okay? Every category are a very big little clásicos in young leagues.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, great.
You have so much of experience and a vast knowledge of European football, and also especially in terms of Spain. But as a technical advisor, what are your vision for a club as ambitious as Kerteh in the short and long term, knowing that they're amateur club, and what are the potential opportunities they can tap to be where or they're supposed to be, especially in terms of Malaysian football?
Yes, in short term, it's my role is to analyze the current protocols and training methodology, to observe in person how the club works on a daily basis, to then design a strategy to help improve the level of each of technical structures. If all this is applied correctly and the right and correct investments are made in 2 or 3 years, Kerteh will be a professional club of a reference for the country.
Wow.
I am sure that from Kerteh will be born players for the national team and for export to Europe.
Wow. Okay.
That's ambitious.
Those are very strong and ambitious words.
Just what every Malaysian fan would love to hear,
Yeah.
Oscar.
To see a Malaysian in Europe.
Why not? The Premier League in England demonstrate to all the people that, for example, Shala in Egypt, 10 years ago, it will be impossible. One of the best players from Egypt. Why not in Malaysia in 5 years more?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. That's something that we all aspire to see one day. Yep.
Yes, my goal is help to Kerteh for arrive to this goal. Okay.
Right. I'm sure from what we have heard in this episode, we can clearly say that Kerteh FC have found the right person, to move forward. And all we can say is that from judging from the interview with yourself and also the previous interview with both Chair Azman and Kushairi, I think the future looks very, very bright for a club like Kerteh FC. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, fantastic vision like, all of us. I mean, the more we get and research into Kerteh, as what Oscar also mentioned earlier, the club is run very professionally. And with their ambitions and their plans they have ahead, and now with Oscar on board, the future is definitely bright for Kerteh.
Yeah, definitely. I think everything starts with a dream, and I think the way Kerteh FC managed his entire organization in terms of the course, in terms of the audits, is as a club, I think it's been very impressive. And having Oscar as a technical advisor, and I think he having even a bigger vision for the club to move forward, maybe even seeing a player from Europe, I think it's simply. I would say that I need to say thank you to Kerteh FC and also Oscar for having that vision to bring it to Malaysian football.
Yeah. In fact, the buzz around the media, as we say here in Malaysia, when the moment when your appointment was announced, was like, the say in our local language is lain macam saja Kerteh FC ni, which is if you were to translate to English, like something's interesting going on here with Kerteh FC. So you definitely have created a very good impression as well, Oscar, from this interview. I can assure you that our listeners will be overwhelmed by what you have to say, and also with Kerteh FC's vision going forward. Any last words from yourself?
No, only thank you so much for this interview. For me, it's a pleasure to talk with you. Take care. See you soon as possible. Okay.
I hope to see you in Malaysia as well.
When open the space, the international flight.
When the borders open up, we hope you come by here. I'm sure you can't wait to come by to Malaysia already, Oscar.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. See you soon. Salamat Hari Raya.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Oscar.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you.
And of course, with that said, we will end this episode. And of course, to all our Muslim friends out there, because by the time this podcast is out, we would like to wish you all Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Maaf Zahir dan Batin. All right. How about you guys?
Yep. Selamat Hari Raya to all our listeners out there, and stay safe, stay at home, and take care.
Yeah, similar to me also. Selamat Hari Raya, Maaf Zahir dan Batin. Once again, be careful, stay safe, and enjoy with your family. Majulah bola-bola untuk
Hi, Razman here, President of Kerteh FC, and you are listening to the Bola Bola Show.